Alright, welcome everyone. So, as you can see, I got myself 141 gold. I got 461 sales for the week. It's been another interesting week, I must say. At the beginning of the week, I actually thought to myself, wow, this is going to be a very bad week. Even though I got 461 sales, I will 462 now. It still doesn't mean there's a lot of gold in that. Most of it is just small stuff. I did some cooking. It was all at a loss, but I had so many raw materials that I just decided to go and get rid of them all and sell up and move on, clear out, do a house cleaning and bank cleaning and so on. So as you can see, I'm not sure about everybody else, but everything has really gone down in price. In food, I must say, there's not much you can actually make at the moment that actually makes a lot of money. Enchanting, I'm not even bothering with right now. I couldn't even be bothered even looking at it. Alchemy is the same. I haven't been making anything at all. Actually, for the first 4 days this week, I actually haven't made anything except some Legos just to replace them. And then only in the last couple of days, like on Friday night, I decided to do some more work, create some stuff and just flood the market with bits and pieces and see what I can make. And I suppose the only other thing, I was flipping a couple medallions here and there and just to make that 500 gold on them, roughly, basically. It's been quite interesting, I must say. Out of my 463 now, because a couple more there have fallen in. Done my Legos, I sold some old fish for 189 gold. As you can see, even had some coal I sold. This is my flips for medallions, which I've been buying them for 1500, but only 1 or 2 at a time. That's some stuff that I had left over, got rid of. Again, Legos to a point, they're still going here and there. It's interesting how it all works. It's just one day it's there, the next day it's not. Apart from that, again, Legos, as you can see here, I've been selling that rank 233, 262 stuff and the novice gear, and that's still slowly ticking over here and there. I mean, it's because materials are so cheap now that's actually you can make some gold out of it still. There you go, there's some Shadowlands stuff I sold for 63 gold. Like you can see, some things are like Legion skinning at gold 70. Long time ago, I suppose that was selling for 500-600, 1,000 gold. Blood of the Mountains, I did a bit of a flip again. I actually haven't made any gold on that because I stuffed that one up. So I'm actually breaking even or losing money. There you go, I've only made 200 gold on that one. On the Legion medallion, the Bloods I didn't make any gold on. I broke even or slightly lost. Very sad. Okay, I will grab all that. Okay, next lot. Like I said, there's not much gold in this. Looks like a lot of sales, but it's probably too much hard work. I mean, turbo-charged flying machine, 19,000 gold. And there's my medallions. I actually made probably 5,000 gold profit on that. I think they're all a gamble because by the time you post them, someone's already undercutting you. So it's very finicky, and you got to be very careful how many you buy, I think, not to overdo it unless they're really, really cheap. And you hope, like the Essentials at the moment, are like 700 gold or 800 gold, whatever they were just before. They've fallen down from 1,500 gold. So if you thought you were going to make some quick gold on it, not at the moment, maybe after the weekend when people are not playing as much and there's not as much stock. We'll have to wait and see if the prices should go up technically on Monday again, slightly. There you go, my red lumberjack shirts, 755 gold. Actually, a nice little profit. There's probably made more gold on that than some of the other stuff. Again, some gems and stuff that I decided to just get rid of because I just had so many of them. And everything's so cheap to make now that it doesn't really matter. Blood of the Mountains. There you go, that's 1,000 gold each. So as you can see, what else that's exciting here? Again, Legos, more fish I got rid of, bit of herbs since I didn't feel like making alchemy stuff. And Greater Tiger claw inscriptions, 105 gold. The days are gone when they were actually cracking over with very good results. Again, bit more jewel crafting here. Moral's head for 14 gold, as you can see. Not much in anything really, but the only thing that's making gold is Legos if you're lucky enough to sell them. But it's been a very fierce week this week and a lot of undercutting. Every time I was sitting around, I kept on doing it. It's just, it was full on. Alright, let me grab that. Alright, so next part. Next 100. As you can see, only 330,000 gold. Not that much. I mean, it is a lot, but it not really is compared to what it used to be, so it's a bit sad at the moment. Anything notable here? Just looking myself, Sage Agates. I've been getting rid of them. I had hips left over. Again, Legos. Oh, there you go, sold a mount for 90,000 gold. There's a tiny bit of profit in that, but again, it's not really making thousands of gold like you used to sell for 200,000 plus gold. Medallions. I've just been, like I said, every so often when I see them, I grab them and flip them. Again, Legos. And I actually did some inscription to make up some Dark Moon decks and stuff like that. So to put them on the auction house, and then I didn't feel like holding anything from those decks, so I just put everything on the auction house from them. And as you can see, I just been selling and getting rid of them. Okay. Again, there's nothing really. As you can see, that's it for this little bit. I'll just grab this stuff. Alright, next part. Again, Legos. Some medallions are sold. They're actually the only thing that's worth flipping at the moment. If you can get them for 500 gold less, there's a tiny bit of profit in that. Again, we can make gold if you're starting off small with bits and pieces. It's a long battle now, I think. As you can see, like this wormhole generators, one sold for 7,000 and the other ones are 900 gold. There's not much in those two. Greater crane wing inscription, 70 to gold. Don't even know if it's worth making it or not. It says I'm making a profit. I suppose if I work it all out, it's probably not worth the hassle. Probably took me longer to put it on the auction house and make it than what it was worth selling. My kite for 43 gold. Some essences and stuff. I did a raid to get some stuff. I can't remember what it was. Molten core, that was it. So I decided to get rid of some stuff from that. This is old stuff still from my time I had to make up my potions to do some recipes I wanted to learn for discoveries. And the same with these elixirs. Didn't really care what I sold them for, just as long as I got rid of them. Blood of Mountains, which I really didn't make too much gold out of it. And again, Legos, about the only thing that's keeping me afloat, really. So let me grab that. Alright, so this is my last little bit. As you can see, my last 91 auctions, 570,000 gold. So, yeah, less than last week, less than the week before, and it keeps on going down. Anything notable here? I doubt it. My medallions, again, been flipping them a bit. Legos, my Legos again. Some 262 stuff and 233. It doesn't, wish it came up here with that information. It would be so much easier to remember what it was. Some of my alchemy stuff is still left over. That's it. Not much to be excited about at all in any way. Look, I mean, my plain wooden stuff sold for 1 silver. Probably should have gave it to the vendor. And my gloves here for 21. Ouch. That was a waste of money in the game. At least the gold stuff. So, let me grab that. Okie dokie. Alright, so I made a grand total of 2 million gold. At least gross 2 million gold. If I made 500,000 gold profit out of that, I'd be happy. I'll just be conservative and I'd be happy with that anyway. That still pays me for a couple tokens for a couple months worth. So nothing to be sneezed at. But again, it's all becoming a lot more complicated, I think, now. It was a shame that we put everything together, all the regions and stuff like that, commodities. But like in one way it's cheaper, one way you lose. But I think overall it's a bit more painful, I think. Okay. Anyway, let me have a look to see if I can actually work out and separate your Legos and stuff apart from each other. Bear with me, let me open it up. Alright, so roughly the 2 million gold. Pretty close anyway. Probably a couple here and there that click over to the different week. Anyway, so as you can see, last 7 days, 6,730 items sold. Wow, that's a lot of stuff to sell for 2 million gold. Again, if we look at per item, my wooden staff was the cheapest thing I sold, and all this other crap, as you can see. Most expensive item was my rocket for 90,000 gold, and then my Legos, and then the Sky Golem at 37,000 gold. Not a very happy price for that. And again, everything dominates here with the Legos. There's another mount that sold for 19,000 gold. And a bit more Legos and the medallions, as you can see. There you go, 165 helms selling, 165 again. As you can see, there's not much in it at all. Okay, next part. As you can see, 60 Legos I sold for a total of 1.363 million gold out of my 2 million gold. So everything else made up only about 700,000 gold. There's a big difference selling 2,800 plus thousand items to make 700,000 gold, and I'll sell these Legos. So again, if it wasn't for the Legos, it'd be a very a lot more harder sales to make. I think it's an overall problem everywhere at the moment. The prices are tanking everywhere, and there's a lot less gold to be made in all of this. Again, if you spread over a few servers and like that, you probably have a better chance of picking up a bit more gold. I'm not sure. For myself, I only play on this one server, as I always say, so it's just what I think, and that's what I do. So that's it for now. Again, it's pointless showing you what I purchased, because I purchased all my stuff for all the other characters via this one character, and I send it all across, so it's a bit skewed about the profits, because it's not just the stuff I craft with. It's, again, I bought a item level 269 or something, whatever it was, item from the raid, and then I bought some other bits and pieces, so it's not as clear cut. But anyway, like I said, if I made 500,000 gold out of all of that, I'll be very happy. I think the next month's going to be pretty hard. I think it's all slowing down. There's a lot less people around, a lot less to sell and buy for if you're trying to level up bits and pieces. There's not much around. I noticed that there's a lot less raid gear now on our auction house, so not as many people are doing it. Okay, so that was it for that. As you can see from all that 2 million gold gross sales, probably 400,000, 500,000 profit out of that. I'm only putting it down to not that much. And again, it's been a very, very tough week. You do have to rely on the Legos at the moment, at least for me, I think, because otherwise there's not much really to sell, and not many things are making much gold at the moment. And I can't really show you what I sell and buy in the sense of profit and loss on the thing, because it's not going to show the right thing anyway, because it's all to do with my other characters, I think. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you're still making some gold. I hope there's still people finding niches that can venture into and turn over some gold. Everything's going to take a lot longer now, obviously, to make it, but I hope that everyone is still having some luck here and there with sales. All right, thank you, and have a good week. Bye.